As if we couldn't see that coming, Caleb Ort ends. Well, the umpires, the pitching duel. I don't know what to say about this, but breaking a 40-year-old record is not the way we want to go out.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chancey.
We are Locked On Houston Astros. We hope that you join us for a daily Locked On Astros podcast. My name is Eric Huysman. He is Brett Chancey. We hope that you make us part of your daily routine, whether it's on YouTube. Go ahead, subscribe to us. Go and make us your first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, go and check us out. Between Brett and I, we have over 18 years of podcasting experience. We're here with you through every loss, through the postseason, through the offseason, whatever comes first. We'll go ahead and talk you through it. And I know it's frustrating right now, but we'll go ahead and talk about all the stuff in this episode. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. So, Brett, Hunter Brown, good news. He pitched pretty good. I think that Tarik Skubal went out there and pitched a lot better. But if you're talking about pure number-wise, 0 for 0 was pretty good baseball. We're going to talk about what Hunter Brown did. 28 scoreless innings. And what did the Astros do for the first time in 40 years? And it felt like there's more interest in what was going on down in Corpus. What did Yordan Alvarez have to do? We'll go and discuss these and more roster moves that are pending and some other news on this Locked On Astros podcast.
Yeah, so Tarik Skubal is the first pitcher to 200 Ks, probably cementing his Cy Young case for the American League. Hunter Brown not far behind with a great performance today. He had 3 walks. He allowed no runs. He only gave up 5 hits and had 6 strikeouts. Him and Skubal are neck and neck in the ERA race. If the umpires had gotten the call right that they absolutely got wrong with the slide at home and the tag, he was not out. He was safe. That mitt hit that plate before that catcher's glove hit his leg. That's 1-0. Astros win this game. They don't go into extra innings. But, what are you going to do? You can't hang your hat on a single call by the umpires. You simply have to look at what's been happening. And we'll get to that 40-year-old horrible record in a second. But Hunter Brown just dealt. And I think this Hunter Brown and Tarik Skubal matchup is one of the best matchups. One of the other great matchups with Hunter Brown this year was against Jacob deGrom. And guess what? The Astros also lost 1-0. I believe this is their second walk-off loss of the season. And that sucks. I mean, there's no two ways about it. This offense is scrapping. And you knew they were going to come in and they were going to struggle against Skubal. I don't have a problem with that. But when you can't get one over on the bullpen, I mean, come on, guys. Like, no runs, 3 straight games. 4 runs in the last 5 games. Absolutely horrid stretch for this offense.
Yeah, I know that I heard somebody on Sports Talk 790 on the way to work this morning. They were saying that the loss of Josh Hader had nothing to do with the performance of this team. Yes, it does, because it puts all these other guys in uncomfortable positions. Brian Abreu, he's not an issue. I think he'll be comfortable being a closer. I think he'll be comfortable being an 8th inning guy, 7th inning guy. That's just what Brian Abreu does. But it puts all these other guys in uncomfortable situations. Unfortunately, Chas McCormick was not available in today's game. They have to rest his arm for the next blowout. But he did start in today's game. But today it was Caleb Ort. And unfortunately, when you walk 3 batters in the 10th inning with that ghost runner already on base, that's probably not going to lead to good things. So when you load the bases with walks and then you throw a sweeper to basically to lose the ball game, yeah, that's on Caleb Ort. That's on his command. This is, you could say, yes, I know it's on the offense for not scoring 28 scoreless innings. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But this game was on Caleb Bort, the lack of command. But at the same time, it's the injuries, it's everything that's led to Caleb Bort being used in the 10th inning in this leverage situation. But you have no other options.
Okay, so you're not. Let me make sure you're not saying something that I think it sounds like you're saying. So I'm just trying to clear it up so the audience doesn't misconstrue it. So you're not saying the offense doesn't own any of the blame. You're just saying
I'm not
that
saying that.
Caleb Bort. Okay,
This game particular. This
game particular. This is also on the offense, Eric.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But
Okay.
when your team, and I think Hunter Brown talked about this before the game, or I think yesterday he was interviewed and he was asked about the pressure. He said, yeah, we know that runs are a premium. So we know we have to go out there and just throw zeros.
True.
And so that's what Hunter Brown went out and did. He matched zeros with Skubal. And that's what most of the bullpen went out and did. But when you're talking about what the Astros, we'll get to offense, but let's just focus on pitching right now. There's so much to talk about. Well, so let's take a positive note right now.
Hey,
I'm about to lose my crap here.
Did you just grit your teeth at me? What the hell, man? Don't take it out on me.
No.
What do you mean there's so much? No. Look. I don't know. I can't.
So other news, let's kind of take a break. This streak has cost two pitchers their jobs. Jordan Weems was DFA'd. Taylor Scott was DFA'd today. So
I think Jordan Weems cost him his own job, and I think Taylor Scott cost him his own job. No. That's on the pitchers. Sorry, Taylor Scott. We gave you a second chance to redeem yourself, and you were ASS on the mound.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. But Logan Van Wy was brought up today as another fresh arm, somebody in case a pitcher, he can pitch multiple innings. I don't know if how stretched out he is, but he is an option in case you need him to, they just need fresh arms that have some type of life in arms.
Taylor
Scott was not it.
At this point, can we bring back Corey Lee to pitch an inning? Anybody that's not on this current staff, if they're just re-signing
Sid Bream, let's just bring Sid Bream back.
Or heck, Bob Nepper might be up to throw a pitch, or freaking resurrect someone who's not alive. That's how bad it is, Eric. It's horrible, and it sucks because Jason Lane, there you go. It sucks though, because you've got Hunter Brown dealing. Hunter Brown knows. And look, Hunter Brown's not the type of pitcher that's going to go in there, throw his offense under the bus. He's going to do exactly what he said he did, like you quoted him. He's going to go in there, and he's going to know that runs are at a premium. So he did his best. I'm going to throw you a shutout rendition. And the offense, oh, my gosh, it's just so – that's why that call at home was so important. That flipped the game. The game should be the Astros. He was safe. The umpires effing missed that call. I'm sorry. That's asinine.
Yeah, and umpires are going to miss calls, especially that one where Brian Brayu touched the bag, and it was very obvious, and umpire called him safe, and then they did a replay. I know Espada was out of challenges, but they did a umpire discretion or whatever they called it, late game. Replay, and they got the play right, but same time it's just frustrating how that whether he was safe or not, it just didn't go the Astros way, and it just seems like that's what's been going on with the Astros. I believe somebody put in the chat, the Astros are 14-22 since July 7th. Brett, this is going to put the Astros in the exact same position they were last year, where they're not going to be in the top two teams. They're not going to get the bye. They may squeak into the playoffs, but even if they make it to the playoffs, depending on.
Do you not have them in the playoffs at all, Eric?
If they can't score runs, no. This team has not scored in 28 straight innings. What do you expect? All of a sudden, them score 23 runs like they did against the Orioles in 20.
Eric's voice is cracking tonight. He's gonna snap. He's gonna blow his lid tonight.
So, what do you expect? Like, we're gonna have to continue this discussion next, Brett, but we'll have to. What record was broken? I don't know if it's a record, but what did the Astros do for the first time in 4 years? We'll talk about that next on the Locked On Astros podcast, and it's not good.
Well, I tell you what is good. Game Time. Game Time is a great app, and you need to get it now. Have you ever decided last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family, only to find that the team that you're rooting for gets blown out? It doesn't matter because it doesn't cost you as much to go there. So grab tickets the last minute, the easiest way, the Game Time way, because Game Time makes it possible. No matter the group, the size, the drinks, the merch you want, making Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals. Clear seat views and the lowest price guarantee. That takes the worry out of buying. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for an exciting upcoming MLB game. Maybe the Astros versus whoever they're going to play next at home and score maybe 2 runs or more. Game Time zone deals. Pick the best seats in your section for you. The seat views right there on the app. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed.
Hey guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day. Whether it's on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to us. Go and make us first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, go and check us out. So as bad as you think the offense has been, it's been worse. Just think about this. This is what the Astros have done the past 5 games. They lost to Orioles 7-0. They beat the Orioles 5-4 in 12 innings on a bad throw by the second baseman, shortstop. I forgot who it was at this point. It's been so disastrous. Then they lost to the Orioles 12-0. They lost to the Tigers 10-0. Then they lost to the Tigers 1-0. So, of course, that's 28 straight innings without scoring a run. And statistically, that is borderline impossible. You would think just by sheer luck that the Astros would have scored a run, like an error, maybe just a bloop hit, like mathematically, they should have scored in this time. And so without that logic, the Astros in 40 years, they have done something for the first time. They have been shut out in 3 consecutive games. This goes all the way back to the Astrodome days. And since 1985, I believe it was, I don't have who it was, but it was back on July 14th through the 19th in 1985. Who was it?
Oh, I don't know. No, I thought it was 1980. It was 1985. Wow.
1985, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the only hope we have is that the Mariners make it possible for us to have a 1.5 game lead at this point. I mean, it's absolutely insane to think about it, right? I mean, the Mariners lose. The Mariners are 4-6 in their last 10. They've lost 4 in a row. We've lost 3 in a row. The Rangers have lost 2 in a row.
You are not capitalizing on what's in front of you. Get out there and score a dang run.
Wait,
then you don't go to the 10th
nobody's
inning.
In front of you. You're in first place, Eric.
Who cares at this point? Who cares? Like, this is going to nip them in the butt like it did last year. And you're going to face some team in the wild card series. And Framber Valdez is not going to be the same guy. You can't trust him. And then Hunter Brown may get you a win. So, like, these games are going to bite you in the butt. I'm sorry.
No, they are. No, and I mean, look, I get it. It's just tough. I took the old Augie Guerrera speech when he was at University of Texas, and he starts cussing out his team, and he starts dropping F-bombs on them. And he's like, this is costing people's lives. People's livings are like, people people's life savings, and he's going off telling them like, what's your blanking problem? And I'm like, that's what the Astros need. Someone going in there like that, or like Brad Pitt on Moneyball, where he goes in and with the baseball bat and just starts breaking stuff and just like get your heads out of you know what? Hit the damn ball, go out there and produce something. I mean, come on, dude. Like somebody's got to do something. It was a legendary speech, but at the end of the day, the Astros know what's at stake. The Astros know who they are or who they can be, because who they are right now is a team that, like you say, with doubt in a lot of fans' minds, if they get to the playoffs, what are they going to do? Just show up and throw zeros on the scoreboard. And it was tough because you got Skubal on this third time around when you're going to try to not tie a streak of 3 straight shutouts. Again, you should have got to the bullpen. Again, you should have created runs. Jose Altuve's on second, the stupid freaking ghost runner, the dumbest rule in history. Oh, and then have you seen the alignment? The alignment they're proposing? The Rockies and the Rangers are going to be in our division. Oh my God, gross! Like what?
The Royals is the team that scares me because the Royals have played the Astros pretty bad.
Yeah, they have. I know, but I don't like that. Like, look, throw the Cardinals in there. Screw the Royals. Throw the Cardinals in there. Kick the Rockies to the west. Let the Rockies be in the same division with the Mariners. I don't know. I mean, it seems like an easy division, but you know what? I tell you one thing that's on everybody's mind. Right now, it sucks to suck.
As long as we don't have these West Coast 9 o'clock starts, I'm okay with that. We don't have to play the Mariners. I mean, we don't have to play the Angels. Yeah. We don't have to play the Sacramento, the Las Vegas, whatever their names are, the A's. So, yeah. So, there are some encouraging things about this game. They pitched better. Yes, they pitched better. So you can be encouraged about that. Was there anything else?
No. Caleb Ward executed the pitch. You can say what you want about Yanner Diaz calling pitches, but Caleb Ward absolutely is the one that executes them. Ask Ryan Stanek. It comes down to a pitcher executing. You know, and it's tough as an Astros fan because you watch and you go, oh my gosh, why are they putting that guy on the mound? My response is, who else are you putting out there? Right. So I
agree with that. Orlando says they showed playoff focus pitching wise for the most part, but in the playoffs, you still have to score. You still have to get runners in scoring position. And you have to get hits with runners in scoring position. They were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Basically, nothing really happened in today's game. It was 4 hits in today's game, 12 strikeouts. And yes, you're facing a Cy Young Award winner.
Well, so, right. No,
but what happened to the other games?
You know, Orlando makes a point here. Souza and Abreu look good. They look great. Okay, good job. The bullpen did do their job.
Keene's looking a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to look any worse. But yeah, I mean, hey, is there an update on Alvarez?
Maybe. We can talk about that next. Guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day. Hey guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, go and check us out. And like I mentioned earlier in the show, it felt like there's more attention on what's going on in Corpus Christi than there was on the actual Astros game. Granted, it was probably a pitcher's duel that you probably won't see a lot. But Hunter Brown went out there and Tarik Skubal went out and dealt. But also there was a lot of tension going on in Corpus Christi. I know that Luis Garcia started a game before we start talking about Alvarez. It wasn't his best start, but 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 6 runs overall, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He did give up 2 home runs. The main thing is he threw 84 pitches. So he got over that magic number that they're probably looking for of 79, 80 pitches, whatever that magic number is. So he's probably going to make his next start. We all know by now that everybody's favorite Lance McCullers is going to make the start on Friday. So here's hoping that that's a good start, because the Astros need somebody to eat up some innings. I believe his last start in AAA, he did go 5 innings. So if he can go 5 innings, that would be great. But I've learned to temper my expectations with players coming back from injuries. But overall, Brett, let's talk about Alvarez.
Okay. That's what I thought we were talking about. I mentioned Alvarez, and what was that long road to get to Alvarez? That's what I thought we were talking about. Yordan Alvarez had a multi-hit game today. He got a single in his first at bat. I'm looking for stats right now. I can't find them.
He was 2 for 4 with a single and a double. He also had a stolen base in that game. So he fouled off in one inning where he got it out. I noticed because people are doing play-by-play on X, and so he fouled off a whole bunch of pitches and then flied out to I believe it was left field, but he stole a base, so that's a good sign that his legs are good. He had a double, he had a single, so I believe he was 2 for 4. I have it right here. So he was 2 for 4 with 1 walk as well. So overall, a good appearance. So the question is, how does he feel tomorrow? And how soon do they rush him back? The idea is that he's going to have tomorrow off, and then he's going to play on Thursday and Friday. If he does well there, Brett, do you see him playing in Baltimore?
I don't know. I mean, this club, you don't know what they're going to do, man. I mean, if he's ready, sure, but I don't know who's ready and who's not. I don't know who's doing good and who's not, because they say one thing. I mean, he was supposed to be back. Oh, he'll be back this week in LA, and then he never showed up, and then he was hurt even more. So until they say he's playing in Baltimore, I'm not going to speculate, because I don't trust this medical staff, and I don't trust the messaging of this team. Plain and simple, I've lost faith in that aspect of this team. And I'm going to stick to that until they stand on business and start telling us what the heck is up with players and stop beating around the damn bush.
Yeah. So overall, there's some positive signs. They pitched better in this game, but the offense has got to step up, and you can't sit around and wait for Alvarez to come back. And this team has not been the same since Isaac Paredes went on IL. He was the heart and soul of what this lineup has done this season. Wow. The fact that he's taken pitches, the fact that he was the big power guy. And I just think that what he offered as a leader as well. So I think him going on IL was possibly the biggest loss for the Houston Astros this season. Maybe that's why they decided to avoid surgery with Paredes and maybe try to rehab it, and maybe he can possibly come back in the playoffs, because this team, this lineup, even with Correa and all the Sanchez, like, did he go hitless again? I'm pretty sure he did. But let's see, did he go hitless again? Yes. No, yeah, he went hitless, so he only won at bat, so he is 0 for 27 now, or 28.
Yeah, it's
so whatever number is 25.
27, 28, 40. What it all equals one thing: mediocrity. And that's what's even more funny about the Mariners. They continue to lose, and they're probably going to go home. And someone said maybe this is the last time we're in first place for a while, because the Mariners get to go home. They play better at home, but I don't know. They've been sliding lately, so it sure would be funny, Eric, if they get swept by the Tigers, and then they go on to the next series and they lose that series. And at the end of the next 4 games, there's still a game and a half in first place. I mean, it would just be very drunk baseball 2025 of the Mariners and the Astros to do that. And maybe they're doing this on purpose, Eric. Maybe.
I heard a first baseman for the Houston Astros say this on the radio today. I wanted to get your thoughts before we end the podcast.
Okay.
This is what he said. He said the reason why we had this big lead in the division is because we knew that at some point we're probably going to hit a low like this, where we're going to lose some games, but we're a good team. We know that we're going to win some ball games. So you just have to build a big enough lead. That way we can kind of withstand it. And that's what they're doing. And as a teacher, I would always tell the students, hey, don't just get that borderline 70, because once it comes to finals, you're not going to, if you have that borderline 70, then you get a 60 on that final, you're not going to pass. And so what he's saying is we built that cushion. So when we failed, we still were able to stay in first place.
So he's saying they built the cushion because they knew they would fail?
Well, at some point, you're going to go through a cold streak.
Hold on. Who said this? Was this a
Christian
radio
Walker.
host? Huh?
Christian Walker.
Wait, Christian Walker, the player, said that they built the lead because they knew they were going to fail?
No, they just knew that they're eventually going to go. It's a long season. They're not going to be as hot as they were at some point. They're going to go through a streak like this where they're not going to win some games. So
that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, Eric, think about that logic. We performed well because we knew we were going to perform bad or go through. What? Like, you're not pulling my leg, right? Like, this isn't like John Kionis, what would you do, right? This isn't some like ABC hidden camera special.
I may not have it word for word, but he basically said that's why we built a big enough lead. So, and when we struggled,
well, I hope that his words meant something else, because if that's what he said, then he knew that baseball is hot and cold streaks.
Yeah, basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Okay.
The ebbs and flows.
Well, okay. You know what? No, I'm over the ebbs and flows. This is a 40-year record that you just tied. That's not an ebb and a flow. That's called a historic decline, guys and girls. And I'm the always positive, always Stros, okay? But and I get accused all the time of being like the company guy and always being positive and never being critical of the team. You know what? Screw that crap. Because this team, I don't care what you think you're looking at, but what I'm looking at is a team that the only way it's going to get out of its own way is if it starts hitting the damn ball. And yeah, this is a 40-year record. And if I hear Todd Callis and Jeff Blum say one more time, well, it's a long season and you're going to go through ups and downs, not a 40-year tied record up and down. That's an epic fall. I'm sorry. This is not typical. Okay. Losing a couple games, being shut out a couple games. Yes, that happens, right? But you don't tie 40-year losing records and say it's the ebb and flow of baseball. That's BS. That's not taking responsibility. Now, if people in the clubhouse are saying that, then shame on them. That's a loser mentality. Oh, well, we got to take it on the chin and run some Oakland's baseball. No, that's what losers say. I'm sorry. If I was a coach and I heard my players say that, your butt's on the bench the next game. What? What do you mean build a lead so we can, because Evan, I'm sorry, man. Dude, Christian Walker, you can go back to Arizona if that's your attitude. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore with the, well, you know, it's okay. No, stop. Stop with the derpy stuff. Stop with the freaking, you know, the smorgasbord, you know, from the Muppets, the Swedish Chef. Stop with that stuff. Just say, you know what? We're terrible right now. And we've got to go out tomorrow and we've got to absolutely hit some haymakers. We've got to punch the Tigers in the baseball crotch and just put them on their knees and make them pray to their gods and then ask them to be removed from the game because we are that good. That's what they got to do. I mean, come on, man. And I haven't lost despair, Chris. I haven't lost hope, but I'm also not going to buy into this. It's just an ebb and flow of the game, guys. Sorry. That's BS.
Yeah. I got what he was trying to say, but I'm not saying it's him making an excuse, but he said it's, I don't have I was looking for the exact quote, but I was just listening on the way to work or on the way home from work. And he basically was just saying that's a good thing that we had a big enough lead to sustain this. So we'll see what happens at the end of the day with this whole situation in the AL West, but the Astros are just putting themselves at a disadvantage here, and who knows what happens. But tomorrow's game, it's going to be Framber Valdez, 11-6 with a 3.01 ERA versus Charlie freaking Morton, who's 8-10 with a 5.20 ERA. This is a guy that is getting up there in age, definitely, but he can still perform. So Framber Valdez needs to go out there and just settle down and not make excuses, whatever's going on. So,
and that's look, and I'm sorry, because that's what it sounds like. And again, this is not the ebbs and flow of baseball. You don't tie 40-year records of scoreless inning streaks.
He's not making excuses for that.
No, he's not. No, I'm talking about all the other. I'm talking about everything combined. And I think what I'm saying is going over everybody else's head. Okay. What I'm saying is I keep hearing it from the announcers. I keep hearing it now. I didn't hear from Sean Pendergast. He's all over the Astros because he was a competitor. He played NFL football. So he knows. He was a pro. I was never a pro. Who am I? But at the same time, like, we can't have a closed door meeting. We can't get some news that, hey, we lit a fire under the guys and we're going to go out and we're going to basically we're going to charge hell with the water pistol. That's the kind of fire I need to see. And I just don't see it. I mean, Taylor Trammell's out there sacrificing like leg and limb in his back and almost killing himself just to catch a pop-up because the freaking offense can't get a single run across the plate.
And Jesus Sanchez runs right past it. So
yeah, I mean, it's, look, I'm frustrated and that's okay. I'll get over it because I'm always positive, always Stros, but I'm also a realist. This team, and I'll keep saying it, if there's a team that can climb out of these pits, it is the Houston Astros.
So guys, that's all we got for this podcast. Thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day.
Go Stros.